The time is 9 o'clock. You're listening to CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick.
And now it's time for your CHMA News. We're broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, the heart of the Maritimes and the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. Coming up in the next 15 minutes, we'll have your local news, Atlantic update, weather, sports update, and some community announcements.
Hello, I'm Clinton Davis with your local CHMA News. Today, tourism in Tantramar. A presentation at Council Chambers asked what kind of town we want visitors to see. But first, it's been just over 2 weeks since the Energies and Utilities Board hearings wrapped up on the proposed Tantramar gas and diesel plant. However, since then, the PCIC, Protect the Chignecto Isthmus Coalition, has not been slowing down. The group appears to be ramping up activities through March. Upcoming events include a Mijic gas plant meeting on March 11th, a presentation to Cap Palais Town Council on March 9th, an information session in Shediac later in the month, and more. The coalition is hosting a renewable energy presentation featuring Beausejour Renewable Energy's solar project. Organizers say the focus remains on alternatives, public engagement, and scrutiny of the plant proposal as the EUB deliberates. And also, tonight it is the deadline for artists across Atlantic Canada to apply for a unique opportunity tied to Sappyfest. Struts Gallery is calling for proposals for L'Ambiance, a series of short-term art projects that will transform spaces around Sackville during the July 31st to August 2nd festival weekend. This year is going to be Sappy Fest 21. They're looking for installations, sound art, projections, relational performances, and portable sculpture. Especially work that creates ambient, interactive spaces during the bustle of the festival. Selected artists will receive car-fac fees, travel and accommodation, technical support, and a festival pass. Again, those applications close tonight at 11:59 p.m. Atlantic time. And now for a feature brief. During a recent Tantramar Council meeting, resident Sarah Gorley addressed councillors about how the municipality promotes itself and what drivers see as they pass through the region on Highway 2. But by the end of the presentation, the conversation in council chambers had shifted into a broader call for Indigenous art, tourism branding, and reimagining Tantramar's buildings as public canvases. Sarah Gorley was the speaker.
Tourism is a major industry in Tantramar. Let's take advantage of our abundant supply of artists in Tantramar and make their artwork work for us. Let's take advantage of our abundant supply of canvases and show off our art to the world and attract more tourists.
Gorley made comments around a lack of Indigenous art displayed around the municipality, outside or in public buildings.
Where is Indigenous art displayed in Tantramar? Not in the Tantramar Municipal Building, not around Sackville. We are missing an opportunity to showcase art in Tantramar.
She suggested incorporating Indigenous artwork into visible infrastructure, from waterfall park improvements to potential highway sound barriers to railings on new apartment buildings.
The 7-story building with bespoke railings, but they're just a little bit of artwork. So now you can imagine railings. Here's a flight of geese, ironwork on the building itself.
For council staff and around 40 citizens in attendance, Gorley showed artist renderings of what areas of the city could look like with the improvements. Gorley pointed to the large white cube building visible from both the north and south entrances to town, suggesting it could become a more recognizable landmark. Mayor Andrew Black responded, explaining there are technical reasons the structure remains white.
There's a reason why it's white. It has to remain white so that it reflects a lot of the sunlight and keeps the freezer inside there cool.
Black added there may be opportunities for projection art similar to what was done during COVID with drive-in theaters if the building's owners were up to it.
There's certainly opportunities there to do some kind of artistic approach with the cube, if Tara Beata would be willing, around projection of images.
The presentation by Gorley ended with a more specific request around something she felt had been an eyesore in downtown Sackville for years.
I want you to take down those sneakers. They've been there for 2 years. Please.
What are your thoughts, Sackville? We want to know, not just about the sneakers. Do you think Tantramar would benefit from more public displays of artwork on buildings, in water parks, and more? Let us know. Email news@chmafm.com. And I'm Clinton Davis for your local CHMA News here in Tantramar.
Hi, it's Skip Mills with Turnings by Skip down at the Sackville Market. You're listening to CHMA.
Here is your CHMA Atlantic update. New Brunswick RCMP are searching for the person who stabbed a woman near Moncton's Victoria Park. The Mounties say the 42-year-old woman was attacked on February 13th, sometime after 6 p.m. The woman was treated at the scene by paramedics. She's expected to recover from her wounds. RCMP in Deer Lake, Newfoundland say they've arrested a 28-year-old man for stealing a taxi. Police say they were called to Pinsbrook after the Manitoba man allegedly threatened his taxi driver, stole the vehicle, and then crashed it. Nobody was hurt in the incident, but police say the suspect was clearly intoxicated and provided breath samples 4 times over the legal limit. The man is facing charges for stealing a motor vehicle, impaired operation, and uttering threats. Water and sewer infrastructure in Grand Bouctouche, New Brunswick is getting $1.5 million in upgrades. 3 levels of governments announced the funding to support more housing developments yesterday. Drinking water and sewer lines will be extended along a couple of streets. The work will also include street reconstruction and drainage improvements. PEI Liberal leader Robert Mitchell is calling for government action after a family doctor announced she was leaving for Nova Scotia. Dr. Heather Austin posted an open letter this week saying she was leaving Summerside because Health PEI makes family physicians feel like parasites and is driving them away. Mitchell is calling on the government of Premier Rob Lance to create a credible plan before more doctors walk away. It will be at least another month before Halifax's transit ferry fleet returns to full strength. The city said yesterday that the Vincent Coleman ferry still needs repairs and won't be back in service until the end of March instead of this month as originally planned. That means the Alderney ferry service will continue on a 30-minute schedule until further notice. It's been on a reduced schedule since mid-January. A theatre coordinator in Nova Scotia says the province's cut to the arts sector are cruel and misguided. Lily Falk, coordinator of Perform, an arts program which travels to schools across the province, says the recent budget cuts will completely eliminate her program, leaving roughly 14,000 kids without it. The $18.9 billion budget tabled by Tim Houston's Progressive Conservatives last week cut roughly $130 million from more than 280 government grants, many in the arts sector. Falk says her theatre and performing arts program received $65,000 in provincial grant funding, but that has been completely wiped out. And that has been your CHMA Atlantic update.
And now the weather. Today, March 2nd, mainly sunny, wind northwest 20 kilometers per hour gusting to 40, becoming light this morning, high of -8. Wind chill -27 this morning and -13 this afternoon. UV index 2 or low. Tonight, a few clouds, wind becoming west 20 kilometers per hour gusting to 40 this evening, low of -18. Wind chill -15 this evening and -28 overnight with the risk of frostbite. Tuesday, March 3rd, mainly sunny. Wind west 20 kilometers per hour gusting to 40, becoming southwest 30, gusting to 50 near noon. High of +3, wind chill -24 in the morning, UV index 2 or low. Periods of snow, low of -2.
And here's Brian Nielsen with your CHMA Sports Update.
Over the weekend in St. John, the Mount Allison Mounties women's volleyball team wins the ACAA championship after an incredible comeback on Saturday after being down 0-2 sets to Holland College. The Mounties seal the deal with a 3-2 victory over the Seawolves on Sunday. Emily Robichaud is your player of the game. Sticking with women's sports, it was 2 games yesterday in the PWHL. Montreal shuts out Minnesota at home, the victoire over the Frost 4-0. And on the road, it was the Toronto Scepters defeating the Vancouver Golden Knights 2-1 out in the Lower Mainland. Over in the NBA, a whole slate of games on your Sunday, including and beginning with the New York Knicks defeating the San Antonio Spurs at home 114-89. It was the Grizzlies defeating the Pacers 125-106. Cavs get by the Nets with 106-102 final in that one. It was the Hawks all over the Blazers. Atlanta wins 135-101 against Portland. Chicago Bulls defeat the visiting Milwaukee Bucks 120-97. Pistons get back to the win column with a 106-92 victory over the Orlando Magic. Celtics all over the Philadelphia 76ers, 114-98. Minnesota visits the Mile High City and defeats the Denver Chicken Nuggets, 117-108. It was the Thunder on the road with a 187-point victory over the Dallas Mavericks. And then both teams playing at home in Las Vegas last night. At the Staples Center, it was the Lakers defeating the Kings 128-104. And over at the Intuit Dome, it was the Clippers defeating the New Orleans Pelicans 137-117. Just a half dozen games in the NHL yesterday saw the Pittsburgh Penguins early defeat the Vegas Golden Knights with a shutout, 5-0 final there. Chicago shuts out the Mammoth with a 4-0 victory in Utah. Sharks pass the Jets in overtime, 2-1 final there for San Jose. St. Louis defeats the Minnesota Wild 3-1 on the road. Islanders stick around to get the W at home against the visiting Florida Panthers, 5-4 final there. And in the last game of the evening, went to a shootout, but it was the Anaheim Ducks mightily defeating the Calgary Flames 3-2.
And that's Brian Nielsen with your CHMA Sports Update. Please be sure to check out Brian's show on Mondays at 8:30 a.m. for more sports commentary. And that was your CHMA News. Please visit www.chmafm.com for more news and to sign up for our email newsletter. Funding is provided by our monthly sustainers, the Community Radio Fund of Canada, and the Municipality of Tantjamar's Community Development Grant. If you have a story idea or would like to include an announcement, please write us at news@chmafm.com.
There's a lot happening in the community this week, so let's talk about it. First up, Exit 26 is a bilingual Tantjamar comedy where a group of actors rehearses the iconic No Exit for the year 2026. 3 very incompatible people find themselves in hell for cowardice and for giving in to autocracy, but things go sideways when characters from other plays invade the stage, question the script, and raise their own kind of trouble. This event is happening from March 4th to 7th at 7:30 p.m. in the Moat Your Fancy Theatre in the Purdy Crawford Center for the Arts on 152 Main Street in Sackville, New Brunswick. For more information about tickets, you can contact drama@mta.ca, and all tickets are $5. Happening every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Sackville Curling Club is Rueda de Casino, a fun, social Cuban circle dance with upbeat music and lots of laughter. No partners are needed and no experience is required. Make a button at the Sackville Public Library on March 3rd from 12 to 4 p.m. This is also part of the March Break initiative at the Sackville Public Library, including a movie afternoon on Wednesday from 2 to 4, a craft afternoon on Thursday from 2 to 4, and a story time on Saturday, March 7th at 10:45 a.m. For more information, you can contact 506-364-4915. Sackville Film Society is presenting the film The Love That Remains in the Amherst Theater on March 5th at 7:30 p.m. This is an Icelandic drama that tracks a family navigating separation over the course of a year. You can find it at the Amherst Theater on this Thursday, March 5th at 7:30 p.m. This is The Love That Remains, presented by the Sackville Film Society. And that has been whatever is happening in the community.
Discover the incredible playlist and favorite songs from CHMA programmers on our website at chmafm.com. And for weekly updates on what's playing, simply visit our website, click on music, and then choose playlist and recently played. You can also sign up to get them delivered directly to your email inbox each week, so you can stay in loop with all the exciting new music.
Hello, everyone. The time is 9:10 a.m. on Monday, March 2nd. My name is Maya Noel, and you are listening to CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick, Voice of the Marshes. We have a lot of music to get into, so let's dive in. First up, we have local musician Aquaculture with Holy and Georgia Harmer with Take It On.
I'd write 1,000 times to show you why I've been this time listening, you would think I'd pick up something other than all this language of conflict. All this time talking, you would think I'd pick up something other than all this childish nonsense. I'm so irresistibly young. I will never belong. I will never belong. I'm so undeniably free. I will never believe. I will never believe. All this time fighting, you would think I'd pick up something other than how to just overpower. Up in my bedroom, I am finding my sister. We are playing too rough, and we will pay for it later. I am so undeniably me, and that's my problem, baby. That's my problem, baby. I am so irritatingly mean to no one but me, to no one but me. Teach me how to be the one who knows how to make it easy. I wanna believe it wasn't you who taught me to feel so sorry. I must have learned all that from my own body. Take it on so I can feel something strong. I wanna feel something strong. Take it on. Did I do something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Don't wanna hear my own name. I'll assume I'm to blame. I'll assume I'm to blame. I wanna be free and safe. I don't wanna behave. 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 I don't wanna
You just listened to Georgia Harmer with Take It On CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick. I'm Maya Noel, and this is the morning show. We also listened to Holy by Aquaculture. Next up, we've got Dream Song by Bella White and Potion Seller by Synthetic Friend.
I think that you know me. Tuned in to you so quietly, I could always tell that you want